What's up, everybody? So I'm gonna do a quick breakdown on MVG and how I use that with Quantum and show you guys the super cheat code that we got here because it's insane. All right. So the two time frames I like to use with the MVG is SPX is on the 1 and the 30 second. Okay, you're gonna see some good Quantum setups that lead into those MVGs forming for potential continuation. Okay, and it's very simple, right? There's two ways to play the MVGs. You either go for a fill or you play the continuation. Now there are two different kinds of MVGs I like to see. There's the golden MVG and then there's a regular MVG. Now the golden MVGs are going to be highlighted by this yellow line. The regular MVGs will be shaded just like so, right? A bullish MVG will be green, a bearish MVG will be red. Okay. So I love the MVG. I believe this is our most slept on indicator because you can pretty much catch a potential continuation of or even a trend flip when these form. And when I have it combined with quantum, I get some super cheat codes during the New York session. So we're going to break this down really easily, really fast for you guys, right? So you're going to see the beginning of a potential A++ setup, right? We got our candle cross, our quantum candle cross into the lines, right? Inside the body. There's our A++. There's that little gap that forms that gives that push continuation up. We saw that push all the way up here, right? Okay. Back here, you'll see almost the exact same thing. Look, A plus, not an A plus plus setup. So let me correct that. Not an A plus plus setup because the cross did happen in front, but it's still valid. Just makes it more risky. You see the MVG that just so happened to be a golden MVG right before the close, kind of hinting to you what may possibly happen, and then we gapped up. Okay, this is a very common pattern that I like to see. When there's no golden MVG created for continuation, usually the play tends to be dead. The MVG is a nice little indication of strength of push. So I love to use it. I love to use it all the time. Okay. So that's the current examples I have just because this is where we're at. And I love to kind of break things down as they happen, right? On the 30 second, you'll see the exact same thing, right? Here's the 30-second chart. Here's your A++. Actually, not an A++ because the cross did happen slightly below. But there's our golden MVG that began the continuation push into another MVG with that big explosion up. So this was a very nice move on SPX that occurred over here. Okay. Let's take a look if we can see where this MVG is. This MVG is all the way back here. Looks like that happened right after the close. So it is not super valid. But oh, look. Here's another one, right? Here's an MVG that formed before the quantum candle showed up, and then the quantum candle showed up. So you'll see the beginning. I'm going to use my action lines, right? I see the potential cross coming. As long as this holds, you're going to have a potential strong push up. They do not always fill immediately, so be careful trying to catch a quick fill. So here you go. You see that nice little MVG form right before a quantum candle formed, and boom, right? Crossed right below, blue candle, big push. Little retest, big push. Okay. So things that I think people with MVG, right, they always try to play the fills immediately. Do not. The beautiful thing about quantum that I love to use as confluence is I wait for the flip to occur, right? So if I'm going to go for this MVG fill, what am I going to wait for? And if you guys are quantum users, you'll know, right? I'm going to wait for the blues to start breaking. This was the beginning of a potential break, push down, and then formed a new one. And it just kept going up, right? We just kept going up, kept going up, kept going up. Finally, we start breaking blues more than once, right? One break here, one break here, one break here. And eventually we had our little push all the way down, right? Did not even feel it, right? Did not feel it. So this is again, right? Do not be a dick for a tick is one of the famous sayings. Take what you get. Don't wait for the full fill. Take what you get and then move on. But you saw the strength of this golden MVG pushed right up. A plus, not A plus plus. Sorry, I keep saying A plus plus because it does trigger the signal, right? Into a golden MVG, into a pop up right before the close. Okay. So golden MVGs are insanely powerful potential read for push. Look at this. Golden MVG push, right? Where we're right underneath this level. Let's see if this thing continues to go. Look, there it goes. Look, boom, right? Love this, right? Confluence is here. It just broke a purple candle, so that's a failed bearish move. Golden MVG showing that strength and that big push up, right? On the 1 minute, same thing. We just saw a failed bearish move. There's your golden MVG on the one. You're seeing it live, right? I love to read the markets live, so I love seeing these things happen live. That's that strong push up. Next area would be this 411 potentially. Can it get up there? Maybe. It's showing strength, right? Look at that push. Okay. Do not sleep on MVG. Combine it with whatever you like. I love it with fucking Quantum. It is such a cheat code during New York. Look at it go, right? It's just beautiful. I use SPX Confluence during New York. You guys can use it whenever. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful indicator, and it can lead to some really explosive plays, especially you guys trade ES, SPX, or use it in Confluence with NQ like the Big Daddy Max does. So that's it. That's the MVG explanation, right? I gave you a quick rundown on how I use it with Quantum. You guys see it live, what it's doing. Golden MVG formed, explosion move up, right? Broke a bearish candle, combination move right there for that push up, right? Again, I don't aim for levels as TPs, but there's the room that it potentially had. If it gets there, awesome. If it doesn't, whatever. You still had a little play there for some bread. So I appreciate you guys. Just wanted to do this little quick MVG video. Feel like this indicators are most slept on in the MOT community, but it is a powerful tool. Like, it is an insanely powerful tool. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you on the next one. Please like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Peace out, everybody.